Alright, welcome guys to a fun behind the scenes video. So today we're going to be recording the much anticipated lightning rod coaster parody. So you're going to be able to see how we do this, and we've done a few of these before. We did one for Cannibal, we did one for I think the Vekoma Boomerang and New Revolution. So this is the fourth one, I believe. And so we're going to have some fun with this, and you'll be able to see what goes into making these if you haven't seen some of the others before. So
all right.
You ready?
Yeah. Was this lightning rod? We went over this. I wasn't listening to a word you were saying. From the manufacturer you're currently obsessed with comes quite possibly the most obsessed you'll ever get for a roller coaster. And that's saying something. So basically, if Hamilton was a roller coaster, this would be it.
Yeah, so basically, if Hamilton was a roller coaster, this would be it.
Okay. So basically, if Hamilton was a roller coaster, this would be it. Lightning rod. You loved how RMC took the amusement industry by storm by creating new, innovative rides without any issues. Until now. Is that good?
Let's see. Yeah, can you do that bit one more time?
Where? From where?
You loved how RMC, and you don't have to do that until now. Just do that sentence.
Gotcha. All right. You loved how RMC took the amusement industry by storm by creating new, innovative rides without any issues.
All right, cool. We'll go to gaze upon.
Gaze upon the first ever launched wooden roller coaster, easily looking to be one of the world's greatest thrill rides, attracting coaster nerd.
Yeah. So.
Whoa! I had a dream about this.
About what? Lightning rod?
You know how like sometimes you'll get like deja vu, but you like didn't see it before, you like dreamt it before?
Mm-hmm. I've had that before. I've had conversations with people in a dream that I swore were real. But
I know. I just had that right now.
Where
I messed up on coaster nerds or something, and then I'm like look down and I see your little Ethernet plug-in right there. Anyway, that was weird.
Be like, but in the end, just about all of them walk away disappointed.
Or lay down disappointed.
We'll get to that later.
All right. But in the end, just about all of them walk away disappointed. Yeah. You know it's bad when a coaster has a worse track record than my GPA. Ooh.
Ooh. Did you just diss yourself?
Was that at me? Did you write that at me? You... All right. Okay. All right.
Wait. Just do it one more time. I just want to hear you say it again.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. You know it's bad when a coaster has a worse track record than my GPA. Please stop. All right. And
I want to know right now who's the person responsible, and my dad will be like, "What? No! I didn't. Turn the camera away. I didn't do this." Because everyone's like, because whenever we have this line, there's like, "Who did this?" It's always him. So he'll be like, "What? Like, no, I didn't do it."
He's like wearing a suit and then like just boxers.
It's not boxers. It's running shorts.
Or whatever he was wearing.
You can think it's boxers if you want.
I don't know.
Is that what your boxers look like?
No, I don't watch all the parodies, okay? Despite what you guys think, I don't watch all of them.
It's like being in a movie and then just not watching the movie.
Yeah, how many times do you think like Harrison Ford has watched Star Wars?
Oh, probably once.
Like negative twice.
Yeah.
Negative twice.
Probably not.
He hates those movies.
He was so glad when they killed him off.
It was on Jimmy Fallon.
For that. Yeah.
It was 30 years. He was like, just kill him. Kill him, please.
Well, I got his wish. All right.
Spoiler alert if anybody hasn't seen Force Awakens.
Force Awakens. If you haven't seen it, why? Go watch it.
Just go watch it. I don't know. The spoiler alerts are dumb.
Yeah.
Just
because then people say spoiler alert and then immediately follow it, where they don't give time for people to like
react. Have you seen that video where like there's somebody did like a fan edit of like Kylo Ren reviewing Rogue One?
What? I haven't seen that.
Oh, it was so funny. These guys, they like took it and then what they did is they had Kylo Ren review, and he's like, also spoilers, so if you guys don't know that everybody dies in the end, go watch the movie first. And so at first I saw this before.
Spoiler alert!
Spoiler alert! Everyone dies. Actually, everyone like it's not even like a joke.
Literally, everyone dies.
Like quite literally, they blow up the planet.
Yeah.
Because it's the Death Star.
Okay.
Anyway,
what does that have to do with Josh from Kingsman?
All
right. So
how did we get talking about that?
I don't even remember how we started talking about that. And I want to know right now who's the person responsible.
All right. And I want to know right now who's the person responsible.
And then you're like, sorry, Sorry, force of habit.
Got you. Sorry, force of habit.
But I guess it is all new technology, so that'd probably explain it. But did you all honestly expect it to be ready for opening day?
But I guess it is all new technology, so that'd probably explain it. But did you all honestly expect it to be ready for opening day?
All right, so we're gonna show us. Now I'm gonna be like, yes, and you're gonna just turn to me and be like, well, yeah, look how far that got you, and then it'll show me running up, and I'll lay on the ground. So,
okay.
I think the camera is in a good position where we don't have to move it or anything. So,
Gotcha.
So I'll just be like, yes.
Okay.
And
look where
yeah,
that
you
got
can give me, you can give me whatever look you want.
Gotcha.
All right. Yes. Oh, sorry. Were you not ready?
No, I was ready. I was gonna. Never mind. All right.
Okay. All right. Wait, how's my hair? Sorry. Okay, force habit.
Taylor Bybee.
All right. All right. Yes.
Yeah. And look how far that got you. It's like a Family Guy cutscene. You guys like Family Guy?
All right. Here, let's do it one more time. All right. Yes.
And look how far that got you.
All right. Cool. And then your line is sucks to suck.
All right. Ha! Sucks to suck.
Of course, it wasn't gonna be open by opening day, was it? Cedar Fair.
Of course, it wasn't going to be open by opening day. What is this, Cedar Fair? Yeah. Now watch as everyone freaks out when their precious roller coaster finally opens later than expected, September, for like a few weeks.
All right.
That's good.
Yeah, let's do it one more time. And can you do that line again? Just be like, of course, it wasn't gonna be open by opening day, and then that part a little bit faster. Like, what is this, Cedar Fair?
Gotcha. Excuse me. Of course it wasn't going to be open by opening day. What is this, Cedar Fair? Just in time for summer vacation to be over. So, next time you get mad at Six Flags opening a Super Loop late... A what?
Super Loop. Remember? That was
like just the big circle?
Yeah, that's what we parodied them.
Okay, alright.
And here, say that again.
So are you going to
So say that first line. Okay. It's like, just in time for summer vacation to be over.
Right.
Or here, let's just change it. Just in time for summer to be over. Is that better?
I can do summer vacation.
Okay. I was like, I don't know.
Just in time for summer vacation to be over.
Sorry. They'd be like, it'd been closed for so long, they could have renamed it Son of Beast.
Oh, I don't get that. I passed. I'm certified no longer GP, but I can't.
That's true.
I don't understand that one. Also, hey, stop DMing me, you guys.
Yeah, guys, don't.
Nah, I'm just kidding. There's one guy who drew a fan art picture of me. You know who you are.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
He's drawn fan. I'll show you in a minute.
Okay, yeah.
It's great. Thanks, by the way. I love you guys.
So don't DM him unless it's a cartoon draw. Actually, if you're watching this, everyone send him everyone draw Dakota and send him a DM.
Draw a cartoon. I'm just kidding. I love you guys. You guys are great. You're not my fans, but I'll take you. Anyway. What does it look like?
What does the coaster look like?
Yeah, because every time you say lightning rod, I get the one that's like really fast in my head.
It is really fast. It's the world's fastest wooden roller coaster.
Hold on a second. No, not that one. The one that's at Cedar Point. The one that's like
Millennium Force?
The one that's like really fast.
That's like Top Thrill Dragster?
Yeah, that one.
No, this is lightning rod right here.
I don't know. Every time I see lightning.
So it's
I hear lightning.
launched. Let me see if I can find a shot of it for you. So here it has this huge 90-degree wave turn. Oh, and I think I have a shot. If it go down the first drop. Here we go. It's like here, comes over, boom, huge drop. It's like
it's all wooden.
And then it goes over this huge 90-degree wave turn. So it's
that's cool.
This is the coaster.
I've never seen that on a wooden coaster.
This is the coaster I've been obsessing over for a year and a half now, and I've still never ridden it because I've been burned by Dollywood like 5 times. So
for those of you who don't know, my favorite kind of coaster is a wooden coaster.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that? I thought we talked about this. My favorite ride at Great America is Viper.
Not American Eagle?
Nope. I like Viper better. American Eagle's like okay, but it's like not that cool. I like Viper.
Fair enough. Yeah, Busch Gardens is getting a wooden coaster next year.
What is it?
It's called Invader.
Oh, we talked about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got like behind the scenes footage of you trying to like sneak in there. You got yelled at.
You weren't supposed to talk about that.
I wasn't? I thought that was already out there. No. It's already on my channel. Yeah. Most of your fans have already seen that video.
No, we're good.
It's like a half an hour vlog. Why do you guys watch that? I can't even watch the whole thing.
Isn't that your most viewed video?
It is my most viewed video. I love the 2 most viewed videos on my channel are both Coaster Studios videos. Ugh, I'm a failure.
Okay, let's just continue.
It's gonna get sad. All right. Anyway, where are we at?
But right here.
All right. But since Dollywood didn't say a word about it all year and just pretended like the ride didn't even exist, stand outside the entrance in hopes that it'd open. But even if it had, they're running. But even if it had, they're only running. Blah, blah.
Yeah, just that. But even if they had, they're running one train.
Gotcha. But even if they had, they're only running one train.
All right. Be like, and then you're like, yeah, those lines must have been nuts. Whoa,
You see, I got it confused with Top Thrill Schmootster because they only one train, right?
No, they run like 5.
What?
Yeah.
What's going on? Maybe I got it confused with like Dayquil Hawk.
They were running one train when we rode it. That's true.
And that's why the line took like 3 years.
That was a ridiculous line. And then Fury was like a walk-on.
Yeah, actually.
It was so stupid. All right. So, right here, you're like, yeah, those lines must have been nuts. Good luck convincing me to wait in that.
Yeah, those lines must have been nuts. Good luck convincing me to wait in that.
All right, and then you're like, yeah, just about the only thing at Dollywood worth waiting 2 hours for.
Gotcha. Yeah, just about the only thing at Dollywood worth waiting 2 hours for. Is the Tempesto lady your mom?
Yeah. You didn't know
Why didn't you just write your mom in the script?
Because her name is Tempesto Lady.
But it's your mom.
Your mom.
All right. Dude, you will never believe what happened yet. All right, quick story time. So I work at Laser Quest, right? I work at it's a laser tag place. And so everybody gets to pick their own code names, right? Mm-hmm. And so like they all come up and they pick like whatever name they want as long as it's not like
Did someone say lightning rod?
No, somebody said Verbolten. And like, I know, and it came up, and like I was giving out score, like some kids, one of my coworkers was giving out scorecards. You always call up their name, and then it was like Verbolten, and like from the back, I was like, "As Afidazane," in the voice. I don't know because when you said Tempesto Lady, I was like, "Oh, Verbolten."
Verbolten. Enjoy the rest of your day at Busch Gardens. Afidazane.
And then blast you off into like the worst ride at Busch Gardens.
It's not the worst.
I hate it. It's the worst.
You didn't like Verbolten?
No, it was like all about that one drop.
The inside part was cool.
The inside, yeah, that was like the coolest part, but then everything else was like boring.
Fair enough.
I didn't have any fun on that.
But Griffin, though.
Griffin was great.
Yeah.
Griffin, we rode that one. How many times did we ride that one?
Didn't we do it like 3 times?
Yeah, it was like, because it was like a walk-on, so we just kept
it was empty.
Yeah, so I guess those 5 failed Dollywood visits weren't so bad.
You're like, but with the ride randomly opening at really obscure times, imagine trying to be the first public riders. You will have had to be really lucky or just do tons of planning.
Gotcha. Is that the end of it?
No. That's when we do the scene.
Oh.
What I showed you earlier.
Oh, right. Okay. But with the ride randomly opening at really obscure times, imagine trying to be the first public riders. You would have had to be really lucky or just do tons of planning. Ha! I don't even feel sorry for them. Can I do that? Is that good?
Sure, yeah, we'll do it one more time.
All right. Ha! I don't even feel sorry for them.
All right, and then we'll pause, and then I'll be like, oh, come on, that's hilarious.
All right. Oh, come on, that's hilarious. Okay, you just described the hurler, so I'm starting to Okay, so you just described the hurler, so I'm starting to question your credibility. Credibility. Who is that?
Who were you impersonating just now?
Yeah. Do you know?
You sound like a Jim Carrey type thing.
Question credibility.
Yeah.
It's like
remember when he was the Riddler?
Joygasm. You put that clip in there, or is that copyrighted?
I have no idea.
Put the Joygasm clip in there.
I've seen the movie, but I don't.
When he's like in the Batcave and he's like wrecking shit, he's like throwing his like little Riddler bombs and then everything's blowing up. He's like Joygasm. He like freaks out and runs away.
Is this the Jim Carrey Riddler or the other Riddler?
This is Jim Carrey.
Oh, okay.
What other Riddler? There's been no.
No, the one with the with Adam West Batman.
Not him. No, it's Jim Carrey. It's definitely Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey actually was a great Riddler. I actually really liked him.
He suffered. That movie suffered like episode 3, like Star Wars episode. Like,
dude, that's
Jim
the best
Carrey would
Star
have
Wars
done
movie.
it. Yeah, but I mean, it like could have been a lot better. Like Jim Carrey knew what he was doing, but like the director was just kind of like, dude, I'm gonna do this myself. You don't know what you're doing, and he made it like just a toy movie, just a movie about toys. Movie to make toys. Movie to make toys. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think they had the silver suits in the other one, the George Clooney one?
That movie sucked.
That one was great. What are you talking about?
It's great to laugh at.
Yeah.
Like if you're just with a bunch of friends. But...
I have fun with it. I think that's what makes a movie good.
That's true.
Anyway.
Okay,
All right.
so, normally I would say you're nuts, but the longer this thing stays closed, the more I start to agree with that.
Normally I would say normally I would say you're nuts, but the longer this thing stays closed, the more I start to agree with. All right. Normally I would say that you're nuts, but the longer this thing stays closed, the more I start to agree with that.
Okay. So, prepare to be relieved now that... Why is there a double space image? Prepare to be relieved now that Dollywood...
That's the one thing you're worried about with your script writing? There's a double space in here?
I'm sorry. Wait, is there
Some of these, there's
space? Oh, no, there wasn't. Okay. Alright, so prepare to be relieved now that Dollywood finally has a decent ride at the front of the park, which means you no longer have to run out of breath hiking up to the back of the park when you want to ride a decent roller coaster.
Alright. Prepare to be relieved now that Dollywood finally has a decent ride at the front of the park, which means you no longer have to...
Just start from which means you know.
I'm in gastric distress.
Oh, no.
Which means you no longer have to run out of breath hiking up to the back when you want to ride a decent roller coaster. What about, you haven't even ridden, like, the weird Jap coasters?
Dude, Japanese, those are so messed up. Those are like a bunch of togos.
I'd feel like, well, there's that other one in the Philippines.
What one in the Philippines?
The one that you Facebook DM'd me about. I think it may have been Facebook DM. I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The sex one.
No, that's in Brazil. Yeah, they're making a sex theme park. or no, actually, I think there's another one in Korea.
You haven't ridden all the roller coasters in the world yet.
So I just question if that thing's...
You hear that, you coaster enthusiasts? You can't say that 305 is the best roller coaster in the world.
My dad's calling me. Should I answer it?
Yeah, answer it. City Morgue.
Hello? Hey. Oh, yeah, I was looking for the tape measure that you were talking about, but too late. No. Oh, well. Yeah, okay. Good for future reference, but yeah, no, we couldn't find it. Oh, yeah, I have 3 wisdom teeth and I need to get them out in, like, May. We have a cat now. There's a cat in our house. Yeah. Yeah. Sasha hasn't met the cat yet. No, our dog has not met the cat yet. Downstairs, the cat is upstairs. Yeah. Okay. See ya. Bye. Yeah, so we have a cat now. All right.
An inside look at Coaster Studios' home life.
I was on the phone with Josh from King's Dominion.
I don't even know where we are.
I don't know. Well,
begin your lightning.
We're in my house.
Plaza.
No, that's true. Okay, begin your lightning rod experience. Yeah.
All right. Begin your lightning rod experience by entering the awesome plaza, which you can't help but love, even if it is themed to a gas station.
Say like, even if it is themed to a gas station.
Gotcha. Even if it is themed to a gas station.
So again, try again. But we're like, even if it is themed to a gas station.
So like, gas stations are gross and I don't like them.
Yeah.
Okay,
like
gotcha. Even if it is themed to a gas station. And at last enter the queue, strangely resembling the set from Grease Live. Is this Grease Lightning?
Grease lightning.
Grease Lightning.
Grease lightning rod.
Grease Lightning.
Yeah. Alright, I'm sorry. Was that too soon?
It's not. Anyway, let's continue.
Go, Grease.
No, stop. Alright, where are we at?
I have no regrets. Alright.
Okay.
And now that you've listened to all the Beach Boys that you can handle, kick off your ride by rolling out of the station and accelerating up Maverick's lift hill. Except only twice as tall and pass under that odd pointy thing on top, which that manages to achieve absolutely nothing.
Gotcha. And now that you've listened to all the Beach Boys you can handle, kick off your ride by rolling out of the station and accelerating up Maverick's lift hill, except only twice as tall and pass...
Except only twice as tall.
Okay. Except only twice as tall, and pass under that odd, ugly, pointy thing at the top that manages to achieve absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
They don't even put like a camera there?
No, it's like a roof, and it's supposed to keep the bees away.
Not the bees!
It's a roof. Yeah.
Not the bees!
Yeah, I know, right? Save the bees.
Save the bees. I love Nicolas Cage. Anyway. How on earth does that keep the bees away?
Come on, be more fired up. How on earth does that keep the bees away?
I'll be so mad about it.
Dude, you're passionate about bees.
All right, jeez.
Have you seen Bee Movie? Do you even know about bees?
All right, preview for the next
Did
video
you know-
coming out on Deca Films. I'm reading the entirety of the Bee
According
Movie
to
script.
all known laws of aviation,
I
there's
memorized the whole thing. That's what's happening. I'm
There is
narrating
no-
the entire Bee Movie script in my Coaster Studios voice.
Wait, what if we
whole thing.
What if we incorporate that in here? How on earth does that keep the bees away? According to all
Known
known
laws of aviation, there's no way a bee should be able to
be-
fly. Its wings are too small to get its fat little body off the
Please
ground.
put that in here.
All right, I'm doing it. And then just like while like all this footage is happening, just have like slowly just like a bunch of like just a bunch of
How on earth
pictures
does
of
that-
of Barry B. Benson and Jerry
Yeah.
Seinfeld.
How on
Just-
earth does that keep the bees away? According to all.
Just type it. You don't even need to type it, dude. I know the whole thing.
I know. A bee should be able to get up there.
Sure. How on earth does that keep the bees away? Because according to all known laws of aviation, there's no way a bee should be able to get up there. So unless there's an exterminator hiding out in there, that's pointless.
People are gonna die.
Jerry Seinfeld.
According to all.
All right.
That's so funny. Okay, so it'd be like, good gosh, woman, because she's like, tear down lightning rod, save the bees, like save the whales, sort of.
That's
thing.
true. Save the bees, though,
Save
because
the bees
they're actually
and the whales.
but they're actually like very important to our ecosystem.
Yeah.
Like we would die without bees. Like if you've seen Bee Movie, you know what I'm talking about. They make a point. Save the bees, dude.
Yeah. So it'd be like, good gosh, woman.
All right. Good gosh, woman.
All right. Detach from the really fast lift hill and go up and over the part of the ride themed to Dolly Parton.
Okay.
Have you seen what the top of Lightning
No,
Rod
I haven't
looks like?
seen anything from Lightning
It's
Rod.
No. Do you know what Dolly Parton looks like?
Yeah. I guess. I'm very unfamiliar with all of this. You're
Never
just
mind.
like throwing me into this.
Never mind. Everyone watching this is one of those few
Everybody
times
else will get
where
it.
I think that this would be a joke that is right up your alley.
I don't really remember who every time you say Dolly Parton, I'm thinking
Okay.
what's her
Alright.
face? Betty White. I think of Betty White before I think Dolly
Okay.
Parton.
Okay, let me find.
Is it because Dolly Parton is like a very curvy woman?
Yes,
and then-
that's the joke.
Okay. Haha. Good joke, Taylor. I bet your fans really like that. Haha. All right. Let's keep her going.
I thought it was funny.
Very good joke, Taylor. We all love you.
Just say the line already.
All right. Detach from the really fast lift hill. Detach from the really fast lift hill and go up and over the part of the ride themed to Dolly Parton. Also, really good joke, Taylor. Very proud of you
Yeah,
here.
thanks, man.
Everybody's
I
real
appreciate
proud of you, buddy. You
it.
want a
Oh
hug?
no, my laptop's running out of battery.
I don't know. Do you want a hug?
Where's my charger?
It's right here, dude. Fall into a steep drop and reach a maximum speed of 73 miles per hour, crushing the speed record by an amazing 1 mile an hour. Sorry, Goliath.
And now that you're flying not even as close to as fast as a hot rod, prepare to get thrown into one of the many crazy elements, an extreme wave turn, which is sure to throw you out of your seat.
Gotcha. And now that you're flying not even close to as fast as a hot rod, prepare to get thrown into one of the many crazy elements, an extreme wave turn, which is sure to throw you out of your seat.
Alright, and this lady's freaking out like, I'll get thrown out of my seat, and you're like, not
Not-
literally. And
yeah.
so
Not literally.
you're like, it's a figure of speech.
Yeah, it's a figure of speech.
And be like, oh my gosh, lady, calm your pants, I wasn't serious.
All right. Oh my gosh, lady, calm your pants. I wasn't serious.
Alright.
Calm your pants.
Next, soar into a rapid transition and bank low to the ground and prepare yourself for the highlight of the ride.
All right. Next, soar into a rapid transition and bank low to the ground and prepare yourself for the highlight of the ride, the quadruple down.
An element.
what?
No, that was great how you said. An element named for the 4 fantastic airtime hills all back to back. Even though there aren't 4 airtime hills back to back. There's actually 6.
So we call it a sextuple down.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I don't know. So, yeah.
Oh, what is sextuple? A little too racy for you? Even though you can put a grease lightning rod joke in here.
That's not in the parody. It's only in this video. All right.
People still watch these?
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be nice to know that the park we're giving hundreds of dollars to would know how to count.
Yeah. Travel down the mountain, receiving more airtime than Phoenix and El Toro combined. Yeah, I said it, and then really sending you flying out of your seat.
Gotcha. All right. Travel down the mountain, receiving more airtime than Phoenix and El Toro combined. Yeah, I said it. Really sending you flying out of your seat.
And she's about to freak out and just be like, don't say anything.
Don't say anything.
Great. And then...
Girl?
Yeah, so this little girl says, the amount of airtime I got was insane. And you're like, girl, were you even tall enough to ride?
All right. Girl, were you even tall enough to ride? And finally, as you make your way back to the front of the park, soar into the final element of the ride. Half loop? Is that what they're calling it? Come on, Dollywood. That is literally just a bank turn into a brake run. That's like calling all of these half loops.
No, that's like...
Calling
what?
all of these half loops.
Yeah. So think twice about whether that extra airtime is worth it, because I guess rough RMCs are a thing now.
Mm-hmm. So think twice about whether that extra airtime is worth it, because I guess rough RMCs are a thing now.
And then, must not be that big of a deal, though, since it still managed to win the golden ticket after being open for 7 days.
Must not have been a big deal, though, since it managed to win the golden ticket after only being open for 7 days.
Yeah,
you hear that, Wildfire?
Yeah, sorry.
Suck, Wildfire.
So like, hear that, Wildfire? Even after being open all summer, you still couldn't get it, you Swedes.
Goddamn Swedes. Hey, I'm a Swede.
No, you're not.
I am.
You're white.
Swedes are like the whitest people on the planet. That and like South Africans. The white South Africans, not the black South Africans.
Wow.
They're obviously
wow.
What wow?
Nothing.
It's true. You see in the South Africa, those guys.
Dude.
You hear that, Wildfire? Even after being open all summer, you still couldn't get it, you Swedes.
You'd be like, but don't be so sad. Look, I'm sad. I get that you're sad that you lost and everything, but you didn't have to close down the ride.
But don't be so sad. I get you're sad that you lost and everything, but you don't have to close down the ride.
Yeah, be like, but don't be so sad. Look, I get that you're sad. That's a repeat. So like,
yeah.
But don't be.
I get you're down.
Yeah, or maybe.
Don't be so down.
Yeah.
Don't be so butthurt. Look, I get you're sad that you lost and everything, but you didn't have to close down the ride.
And be like, right, we'll send it to Dollywood and they'll have 2 RMCs.
Right, we'll send it to Dollywood and then they can have 2 RMCs.
Alright, then we'll take a pause and just be like, just kidding. The last thing Tennessee needs is another wildfire.
Alright. Just kidding. The last thing Tennessee needs is another wildfire.
Alright.
Metal Stick!
Yeah. Metal Stick. It's the world's greatest roller coaster, and yet the new kiddie coaster is getting more advertising in it.
Alright. Metal Stick. It's supposedly the world's greatest roller coaster, and yet the new kiddie coaster is getting more advertising than it.
Ride it whenever the heck it opens at Dollywood.
Ride it whenever the heck it opens at Dollywood.
Boom!
You didn't even see that burn I slipped in there? You didn't see that?
No, I did. I got it. I got you.
The supposedly?
It's supposedly, yeah.
So we don't know yet.
Yeah.
Guys.
No, that was good. Alright, and it only took us
almost
40 minutes.
That is the longest
That is the longest time
on
ever.
one single coaster.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us for this. We really appreciate it. So we are going to go ahead and sign off because we got to get going. But stay tuned for more of these. I'm sure we'll have at least one more
be on the lookout for the
Coaster
Coaster Studios podcast coming later this month.
Yeah, right. Alright, but thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys later.
Later.